Okay, this is module 32, context shifting worksheet. So you've probably seen this from Einstein, very popular. You cannot solve a problem with the level of thinking that created it. So when I was working as a consultant, it occurred to me that people never called me to come in and help with problems that were solvable. They'd already always formulated the thing in a way that the way that they posed it, it couldn't be solved. So I began to wonder whether you couldn't solve a problem by changing the context that created it. And the basic idea is you take it from as we looked at our TDAs with the bottom quintile context, which I colored red, like a stoplight. Could you change it to a higher context, and how would you do it? So at this point, we give sheets out to everybody. They should have them on their table, and a little cartoon. You're stuck in S. Remember what S is? Situation. You shift the context with the 4D behaviors, and then you find the solution. Okay. So recall that on day one, in the first morning, we collected the everyone's 3x5 cards anonymously with their elephants, their unpleasant realities on them. And so now, by now, we've typed them up probably overnight. My second chair usually do this for us, and organized them according to themes, and we hand them out to everybody. We form into small groups of about 4 or 5 people each, depends on how big your group is. And then you hand them out, let them think about them, and have them do some kind of process where they can invite each person on the group to argue the case for 1 or 2 elephants. The first thing they do is select a leader or spokesperson for the team, then get the team members to talk about it. And then the spokesperson makes sure that it moves orderly, it doesn't take too long, everybody gets a chance to talk. And then they should do some kind of a voting process or something to pick the top 3 or 4. Then the small groups present them to the larger teams. We usually let them do this as they finish. So if a group finishes, I interrupt the others. They stop and listen to the group that's finishing. Same kind of logic as before. They learn a little more, see a little more of what their colleagues are seeing, and also probably helps them move it along. They make this presentation, then we'll go through some kind of a process, either a voting or something that we'll run to pick a couple to process. And there's a lot of dialogue with the team leader about how to do this. So how does this work? Well, we start by writing down the situation. That's an elephant. And then we ask, what is the outcome you want? So we're moving attention. We identify the storylines and emotions because we're setting up the mindsets and attitudes. Remember, mindset/attitude is the foundation for action. And then we get storylines that advance progress and emotions. The inquiry is about authentic appreciation, so we can open up communications, build mutual respect, addressing shared interests to stimulate collaboration, thorough inclusion, builds support and avoids the anger of exclusion, kept agreements, demonstrate our trustworthiness to each other and to the clients, customers. Reality-based optimism takes us to outcome. 100% commitment, solutions magically appear. Absence of drama sustains responsibility. Clear RAs give us efficient action. And then what do we need to do? Take action, summarizing from above. And then the question is, will this do it? So here's the actual worksheet we would use in the workshop. Reading through this, you can go ahead and read through this as you do it in the workshop. I'd leave this on the screen pretty much and march through it point by point. I'd invite people to fill out their own worksheet as they go. And then we'll hear from the group, and we can usually manage it, facilitate the group, to get a sort of a collective sense of what the group thinks, and then make sure they're going to actually do the action when they're done. So another thing to talk about here in our takeaway section is it's quite straightforward. to do this. You can do more back at home. And the things that work the best are things that involve people, performance, relationships, persuasion. We don't have a takeaway Q&A slide because this should pretty well wrap it up. Next, we'll go on to Module 33, which is to mitigate workshop decay. Thank you again for listening. Bye-bye.